Hey, Daily Dosers. So great to be with you today. I'm Pastor Hans, lead pastor here at Calvary. And this week on the Daily Dose, we're talking about how to be you. How do you just be you in this world where there are all these pressures for you to conform, to be someone other than you? How do you be you? And I want to talk to you about something that for me personally, it's actually the most important thing for me as I think about leadership. Being a leader takes integrity. If you want to be a good leader, whether that be of a company, it be at your workplace, it be in your family, you need integrity. Integrity. I want to talk to you about integrity today. In 2010, there was a young man by the name of Brian Davis. He was going for his first PGA win on the professional golf tour. At the end of regulation, in this particular golf tournament, it was a championship match, he was tied with golfer Jim Furyk. You can imagine Brian Davis was ecstatic. His first chance at a PGA championship. Well, the first hole of the playoff, Davis hit an approach shot that actually hit the green, but it bounced off into the rocks and twigs into a hazard. And so what he did is he played the shot out of the hazard. He landed the shot beautifully right up close to the hole. And it looked as though Furyk and Davis were going to be tied at the end of this first hole of the playoff, and it would go on to a second hole. That's when Brian Davis called for the referee to come over. He wanted to check the rule book because on his shot from the hazard, as he brought his club back, his club barely nicked a twig that was sticking up out of the ground. Now, if you know anything about rules and regulations in professional golf, it's actually a penalty if your club on the backswing hits any other object, a tree or a twig or anything. Well, Brian Davis, in essence, called a penalty on himself. And thus, the match went to Jim Furyk. He lost. He got second place. Now, you might think this is no big deal, but this would have been his first championship on the PGA Tour. And get this, in dollars and cents, it cost Brian Davis $500,000. Nobody else noticed that on his backswing he hit a twig, but he had the integrity to call the rules and to say, you know what, I need to be honest about this. He said it was one of the best decisions he ever made. It felt good doing the right thing. Well, in the book of Psalms, Psalm chapter 51, David writes these words, "Surely you desire truth in the inner parts. You teach me wisdom in the inmost place." Other translations put it this way, God desires honesty from us, from the very womb we came from. It's all about integrity. And so here's my question for you today. How is your decision making when no one else is looking? What place does integrity hold when it comes to your life? Because here's what you and I know. There are a whole lot of pressures that motivate us when it comes to our decision making. I mean, sometimes we need to make quick decisions. And so we pick what's quick and easy. Other times we make decisions, if we're really honest, for simply personal gain. What's in it for me? And yet other times we're trying to maintain the status quo, or maybe we're just trying to maintain our own status, if we're honest. Integrity. God invites us to have a sort of integrity ever since we were born until the end of our life. Integrity. It's what God wants. And folks, isn't it what you and what I want from the leaders around us, from our parents, from the people we love? Isn't it what we're all looking for? Isn't it what we all want for ourselves? Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Dose today. I'm so grateful you did. If you're watching on Facebook, why don't you go ahead and share this with a friend that might need to hear the message. Give it a little thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the bell so you get notifications as other episodes of the Daily Dose come out. And last but certainly not least, if you're watching on Cable Access 181, tell a friend. Take care, everybody.